That anxiousness feeling washes over you again. You feel tingles down your face, down your arms, and down your whole body. And that's the feeling of being overwhelmed, knowing that you've got so much to do today, you've got so many deadlines to hit, and you don't know how you're going to meet any single one of them. That was a reality for me when I was in sixth form recently, in the last 1 or 2 years. As you grow older, obviously, not only the workload in college and sixth form increases, you've got harder subjects to do, more workloads, more deadlines, more tests, more important exams for the rest of your life. But I was also more into training than I'd ever been possible in my life. Training and having a good physique was one of my biggest goals, more than ever. Most important thing to me. And also, as I was growing older, I found out that I wanted to do personal work outside of school that took me towards a goal that I wanted to achieve, a personal drive that I had, which is giving advice to people on the internet like this. This was a personal work task, drive, ambition that I had, and between studying and also fitness, I struggled highly with fitting them all in, achieving all the goals that were so important to me. That's why when I was on the bus to sixth form or walking to the bus to sixth form, you get trapped in your own head. Everyone else is speaking to their friends, having a good time, having a laugh, as they should be, as healthy, normal human beings. And us thinking we're disciplined, etc., are so trapped in our own heads because of the deadlines that we've got to meet. And that would be what I'd be like. I'd be walking to college on the bus, and everyone would be having a good time, and I'd just be sat there in my own head thinking, like, fuck, how am I gonna do this homework task by tomorrow and then go home and have a good 2 hour gym session, have enough time to eat, and then also have enough time to record a couple of videos for the boys. These are things that I genuinely worry about all the time, and I was so unsure and naive about whether I would achieve the goals that I wanted to achieve or not. And I was so worried about being so neurotic about hitting every single goal that I'd make no progress in no area whatsoever because I'd be spending too much time neurotically thinking about it. But then I realised that I'm sat here worried about, oh, I need to do this and this and this and this, but I wasn't being efficient with my time at all. Do you see how stupid that is? Here's me worrying, how am I going to do all this workload, but I'm not actually being as efficient as possible to be able to do that. Surely that's how it should work. If you're as efficient as possible, you get as much done as possible, that means you won't have to worry about whether you can do the studying, the work, or the fitness as well. So that's what today's lesson is going to be. Today's lesson is going to be how to make yourself as time efficient as possible to be able to achieve all the goals that you want in life. It is that simple. Now, if you watch any of my videos, you would know I fucking love a schedule. And yes, we're going over it. You need to have a schedule again. This is the only way that you're going to be successful in life. It's that simple. Being efficient with your time with a schedule, reminding yourself. I've literally got papers on my walls here. See if I can show you. I've literally got papers on my walls here of like all the routines and the schedules that I have to keep me in check. And all I have to do is just look at them. Be like, oh, after my recording session today, I've got at 11 a.m. I've got a stretch, and then have a run. That's what I know what to do next. Got a cardio session next. That's it. You know? So having a schedule in front of me will keep me directly in check every single time, making sure that I'm saving as much time as possible. I'm not doing any of these stupid habits. I'm not doing dopamine tasks. Like, I'm not scrolling on my phone. I'm not watching bullshit content. I'm not laying fucking bed doing nothing. I'm on time. I'm sticking to my schedule. I'm doing the only tasks that are going to benefit me and see benefits out of it. And this is where we circle on to a dopamine detox. So So many people, especially teenagers, are like, oh, I've not got enough time in the day to do this, this, and this, and this. We know that's bullshit because there's someone in the world that's doing the exact things that you want to do in the same 24 hours that you've got. So we've debunked that theory is that you haven't got enough time because you have. Because I'm doing it. So if I'm able to go through studying, training and work and balance that in a day, how are you not? How are you not able to? I disprove your entire crutch, your entire theory of, oh, I don't have enough time. Yes, you do. Everyone has the same time in the day. If I can do it, so can you. People are so quick to say things like that. And then their screen time's like 6 hours a day. They watch bullshit content before they go to bed. They eat bullshit foods. And all of these things are frying their dopamine receptors, which then in return makes them less concentrated, less focused when doing their important tasks that they actually want to achieve. So you see how it's a double negative. It's not only wasting your time so you're not able to do the tasks, it's actually when you do have time to do the task, it makes you worse at that task as well. So a dopamine detox is absolutely vital to achieving all of these things that you want. You need to be time efficient, and that comes with removing the things that are making you waste time. Success is a lot about subtraction, not actually about what you can add in. Most people, when they want to be successful, want to do so many different things. They want to add in, what can I do here? What can I do extra? How can I improve my life here? It's actually the opposite. You actually want to subtract the things that are wasting your time. It's like rich people, they spend so much money on saving time, subtracting things from their life. That's not a coincidence. That's because subtraction actually benefits your life tenfold. It's so much better than just adding things in. So, what can you subtract? So these are a couple of questions that I would ask. I would be like, what's distracting you today? What today caused you to spend an hour of your time that you didn't want to spend it on? So that could be scrolling on your phone. That could be messaging people back that actually aren't that important in your life. That could be arranging to hang out with people that you don't actually enjoy, but you're just hanging out for the sake of hanging out. That could be watching bullshit content before bed. That could be going out to eat junk food instead of actually making something from home, and the commute to go and get the junk food costs you more time than it should have done when you just would have made the food at home. All these different things that are frying your dopamine receptors and wasting your time. How can you remove them? What can you remove from your life to make you free up your day a little bit? And once your day's freed up, you start finding these pockets of space, pockets of time where you can do that little work session, go to the gym at that time when you never thought you could do. Playing video games is a great example. A lot of people that I teach and that I speak to directly can swap out video games for fitness and training. And not many people know this. So when they go through and think, right, video games are actually a waste of time, I'm spending 2-3 hours a day playing video games when I actually shouldn't be playing them at all. Let's remove that from my schedule. So now I have a 3-hour block of nothing to do. I guess I'll just train in that block then. And then all of a sudden you've got a new time to train every single day. So once you've come up with things that you can remove from your life, you've found pockets of time, pockets of space that you have in your day free, now you can make your schedule. Let's say you woke up at 7 a.m. and you had a 3 hour before school, before you had to leave for sixth form at 8 a.m. Usually you just go on your phone, you might stay in bed, obviously you get ready and that, but that actually only in reality takes you about 15 minutes. And you just scroll on your phone for 45 minutes. Then you've got an extra studying period in the morning. Let's say you have an hour on the bus free and you have nothing to do, so you just scroll on your phone. That's studying periods as well. Finding these little pockets of time where you can do different things makes doing everything that you want to do more manageable. So I want you to create a schedule. I want you to first think, right, what are the things in my life that I'm spending time on that I don't want to spend time on? So video games, scrolling, etc. I want you to take them out of your schedule, and now you'll find pockets of time here, there, and everywhere in your schedule to be able to do the things that you want to do. And now I want you to make a schedule of just a pure productive day, making sure that you can achieve everything you want in that day. So, for example, mine, I'll just talk you through mine for a good example. 7 a.m., wake up and I'll do a morning routine. And my morning routine is on the other page. So I'll be waking up, I'll go for a sunlight walk, then I'll come back, have a cold shower, obviously do all the teeth, grooming, etc. Then I'll meditate, gratitude journal. So I'll read that. Then I'll get dressed again because obviously I've had the shower. And then I'll do 30 press ups, take my supplements, then I'll read until it comes to my work period. Then my work period at 8 a.m. is I'll work, I'll record for a couple of hours, or I'll script videos for a couple of hours, or shorts, etc. for 2 hours. Then at 10 a.m. I'll have 4 eggs, 3 toasts and a coffee, whilst watching some educational content at the same time. Then at 11 a.m. I'll go on work, I'll go on a run, I'll stretch and go on a run. Sorry bro, do some cardio. Then at 12 p.m. I'll do some educational learning or reading. 2 p.m. second meal. And then 3 p.m. I'll do a lot of reading, typically at 3 p.m. until 4 o'clock. Maybe I'll continue reading through 4 o'clock, or I'll just learn on a different, I'll have a course, an educational course to watch, etc. Then I'll go to the gym at 5. Then at 7 I'll have my final meal. And then at 8 p.m. I'll continue learning or improve, do some self-reflective journaling about business, generating some ideas, my future plans for the future, etc. And then at 9:30 I'll do my night routine, which consists of just a lot of things like I eat right before bed as well, have a hot shower, schedule the next day, all that sort of stuff, and then I'll read till I go to sleep. So that's kind of my day. So I've got my personal work in there, and then my fitness in there as well. I've stopped studying because I've just passed my A-levels, AAB for reference. So if you want to achieve grades like mine, then definitely click the first link in the description. It's where we'll give you the best advice on how to build the greatest physique that you've ever built, and also I give studying tips as well in there and stuff like that, and extra bonuses for teenagers like you who are obviously interested in improving their lives. It's the best product I've ever made, and it's perfect for you. So you make a general schedule like that. Once you made a general schedule of like roughly this is what you can do on a perfect day, you will write that down, stick it on your wall, put it on your phone, etc. Now, I want you to get into a habit of, although you have this main schedule, I want you to get into the habit of scheduling the night before for the day next. That's what I'm going to get you into the habit of, because things could pop up. You could be like, oh, I've got this, like a random meeting at like 7 p.m, or I've got after school club at 4 until 5, so my day's going to be set an hour later than normal. That's okay. That's completely fine. That's why we get the general rule, the general routine, and then we're also going to be putting a task into your night routine of being like schedule for the next day. So now, the night before, you're going to know the things that are going to happen tomorrow the night before, bar like extremely bad accidents or whatnot. But you're going to know what's going to happen tomorrow most likely the night before. So now you can account for these things in your routine the night before. So when you wake up the next morning, it's less of a surprise. Be like, oh shit, I've actually got after school club at 4, so I can't actually do my learning until 5. And then at 5 I go to the gym, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. You will make these decisions of what you're going to do with your time the night before. So that way, when you wake up in the day, everything's still flowing, everything's still moving, and that's the efficient part. When you wake up and you know exactly what you're going to do, it makes time so much more easy to manage. You haven't got to think about what to do in the moment. You haven't got to worry about anything about what to do in the moment, because you've already decided it for you. Your previous self, your younger self, has already decided it for you. And that's the beauty of it. That's how you create more time. You spend less time umming and ahhing, thinking about what to do, and you actually just do it straight away anyway. So now, the final thing is you've created your schedule, you've got all these goals that you want to achieve. Now, you have created your schedule. I just want you to look over it one more time and be like, what's the priority? Ask yourself, what's the priority? Because the order in which we do things can definitely benefit us in certain areas more than others. So, for example, if you were to study before you do your work task, you'd get more results and more improvements from your studying than you would your work task. And that's because when you do the studying is very intellectually demanding. It's very demanding of your brain, etc., and mentally demanding. So then when you finish your studying session and then you do your work session, your brain will be at a lower capacity when you do your work session, and therefore the results will be slightly worse. You see how that works? You'll already be mentally fatigued when you go into the next session, so you'll reap less benefits. It's like the gym, for example. Excuse me. It's like the gym, for example. When you do your first set to failure, you feel a lot stronger, you can lift a lot more weight. However, when you come to do the second set, because you're already fatigued, you can't lift as much weight for as many reps as possible. It's the exact same with your brain in these specific tasks. So you need to think to yourself, right, what thing is my priority so I can do that at the start of the day? Take it as brain points, for example. So I like to use this analogy a lot. What task would I like to do that I would like to have the most brain points for? If that makes sense. So to me right now, work is a lot more important than my studying, so I'll do my work task first. I want more brain points for my work task. I want to get more results from my work task and my business rather than my studying. Studying is still going to be improved, but just not as much as the business side of things. And then I'd always recommend doing fitness last. You may say, but fitness is my priority. Fitness is a lot less intellectually, mentally demanding. It's mentally fatiguing. See, this is the key. It's mentally fatiguing. You know how you do like go to the gym and you come back and you just can't be asked any conversation whatsoever. It's like that. It's mentally fatiguing, but it doesn't require a lot of mental capacity to go and do. So you can actually afford to do your lifting sessions as late in the night as possible because it's less mentally demanding intellectually. And you can still get as much benefits as possible as you would doing it in the morning, but then you don't have to sacrifice your work or your studying periods by doing it afterwards when your brain will be at less brain points and be more mentally fatigued, and then you get less results out of that way. So I would definitely suggest doing fitness as late in the day as possible. See how mine's at 5 p.m. and all my work tasks are before it, like physical work tasks. And then between the work and the studying, you've got to figure out which one's more prioritised and then put that one ahead of the other one. And it's that simple. And then you've got your routine in the correct order. You're getting as much benefit out of everything as possible. You've got time management. You're hitting your fitness goals later on in the day. You'll be more carved up throughout the day, so you'll be more energetic to do your fitness things in the later on in the day. And now you've got a schedule that allows you to reach all of your goals without having to worry, without having that neurotic feeling of, oh, how am I going to fit everything in the day? It's all about schedule. It's all about time efficiency. So, getting rid of your bad habits, subtracting a lot of things from your life, and then adding the things in that you find so important, and having that essential lifestyle of just, I want to only focus on these things, so that is it. You've got to go through a lot of sacrifice. You've got to sacrifice the video games. You've got to sacrifice the dopamine from scrolling. You've got to sacrifice going out with friends that you don't actually really care about. And the thing is, you'll be much happier as a result. I guarantee you'll be much happier. There's people that you hang out with that when you go out it's okay, but then when you come home it's like, oh, I'm actually not really friends with them like I thought, and they don't really appreciate me for who I am. You don't actually like to do those things, so removing them from your life isn't as bad and isn't as scary as you think. And when they're for achieving the goals that you find so important to yourself, anything's worth it. You'll be much happier, bro. Trust me. As someone that has taken those sacrifices themselves, you'll be much happier. So get your schedule, write down your perfect day, and just follow it for as good as you can, as good as possible. Make sure to get that habit into your night routine and scheduling for the next day so you're prepared for anything that comes across your way. If you want more advice like this, then I have my personal pay product in the description. It is the best product that I think I've ever made. It teaches you how to get your dream physique. So many people struggle with this. There's so much bullshit advice out on the internet about how you should get your exact perfect physique. And I've finally curated thousands of lessons that I've learned over many years, 3.5 years of my fitness content as a teenager, or my fitness journey, sorry, as a teenager. And I've presented it all in one product for you to learn off of. No bullshit, pure great advice from me, learning from me. And you're going to build a better physique in faster time than me, learn from my lessons. And I promise you'll get to the goals that you exactly wanted to get to. There's also bonus modules that help with studying and teenage life in general, so you'd be interested in that as well. And then I also have my personal Instagram in the description, so you can give me any messages that you'd like, personal messages. If you have any specific problem that you want help with, I'll be free to answer to them as well. So yeah, get that schedule in, be really efficient with your time, and you'll achieve all the goals that you want. I promise you that, bro. And I'll see you in the next one.